it. Was I a member of a BC?
If the president sits,
does it not tell you that if in the whole of the Southeast and the South, the only state that the president won, Rivers, does it not tell you something? It tells you those who are in charge.
There are those who say that it's not your doing.
No, please, we're talking about the fresh animal elimination crab. Let us be sincere, let us be serious in what we're talking about. Look. So, look. Ashwaji never had one poster in Rivers. The president, yes. Ask any APC man that said he put up Ashwaji poster one day. Ask. So, I don't like to talk about some of these things. Ashwaji had campaign in Rivers, yes. If you said the government has, yes. I received him, yes, very well. Yes. I made a statement that was it hidden? Did I say what Rivers people would do? And we did it, and we're happy for it. So, you see, if you're a governorship candidate, you will see campaign. You saw when we were going after our governorship campaign. Did we campaign for a PDP candidate? Did we campaign? We are not seeing it live on television every time. Did we have our views? We said at the appropriate time, we'll vote for equity, we'll vote for fairness, we'll vote for justice. And we have voted for equity, fairness, and justice. And we owe nobody any apologies at all.
Honorable Minister,
yes.
I'd like to anchor this interview on this one. A lot of suffering is in the land. There is economic hardship in Nigeria. The situation is dire.
Yeah.
This government has also said that things are bad.
Yes.
What would you tell Nigerians? What would you tell Nigerians today as regarding the situation of the country and the kind of hope that they have for their future?
Yes, let me tell you. You know, this country must learn very well. I've never seen a country that believes in miracle. Nigeria believes so much in miracle. Miracle.
Maybe because
no, it's not true. You are part of the problem we have. Let me tell you, when I mean you, I'm not saying you are Shehu. Now, let me tell you something. I have just told you here the problems we have in our city. That it requires hard decisions to be taken.
There are those who believe that maybe Peter Obi would have probably taken better decisions.
I don't want social media issue here.
Peter Obi was a president.
I don't want I don't want to discuss social media issues. I don't want this popularity. People talk about social media. I don't like that.
Peter Obi,
please, I want reality on ground. I don't discuss those things. And I don't discuss about presidential candidates any longer. I discuss about the economy, the president, what he has to offer. I don't want to. If he would have been better, Nigerians would have voted for him. So this is whom Nigeria voted for. And that's what I'm concerned now.
So you believe in Bola Tinubu?
Not about belief. It's more than belief. He has the capacity. Just give him support. Pray for him. Nigerians don't like people who take decisions that will help us at the long.
Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, especially about the 2023 presidential election held in Nigeria on February 25, 2023, and the result controversially announced on March 1st, 2023. And that controversial result that was announced is now subject of petition at the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, from where it's going to get to the Supreme Court, because the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, and the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi in particular, is challenging the outcome of that election. And most Nigerians believe that the announcement that was done on March 1st was not a reflection of the will of the people, that it is now left for the Supreme Court or for the courts, beginning from the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal to the Supreme Court, to determine who actually won the 2023 presidential election. Right now, Bola Tinubu who was declared the winner is the president of the country until the court says otherwise. Now, Rivers State, the presidential election results or the result of the election held in Rivers State represent all that is wrong or that was wrong with the 2023 presidential election and even the general election that was held this year. Nyesom Wike, former governor of Rivers State, current minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, was his boisterous self in this one-on-one interview. And he made a lot of claims, 40 claims that need to be corrected before people are misled and deceived. He said so many things in the lengthy interview, but we just took this a small clip to correct some of the misinformation that he was throwing around throughout that interview. Now, he was talking about his own political prowess, how he was able to deliver Rivers State for Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the All Progressive Congress. And he said that in the whole of the South and in the Southeast, that Rivers State was the only state that Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu won. He said, doesn't that tell you something? Of course, it tells us something. Because Rivers State people never voted for Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Rivers State people have never voted for Asiwaju Bola Ahmed. They never voted for him. The kind of overwhelming vote that was reported, they never voted for him. And they have no reason to vote for him. In fact, they have a lot of reasons not to vote for him, and they didn't vote for him, which independent verification have also shown that Rivers State people never voted for him. The way he was projected to have garnered vote in that state. Because Rivers State people understand Asiwaju. Rivers State people were staunch supporters of People's Democratic Party. They were staunch supporters of People's Democratic Party right from 1999. They supported PDP. But in 2023, Rivers State people in the presidential election voted overwhelmingly for Peter Obi of the Labour Party, because Rivers State people believe in justice, fairness, and equity. The same justice, fairness, and equity that Nyesom Wike is bandying about, that was the reason why he supported Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Because if it is really fairness, justice, and equity means anything to Nyesom Wike, he ought to have sided with Rivers State people who voted for Peter Obi because of justice, fairness, and equity. Why did I say this? When you talk about justice, fairness, and equity, which zone should the president of the country come from, or president of Nigeria come from in 2023? It's supposed to be the Southeast. And that was why, in that spirit of fairness, justice, and equity, and then coupled with the capacity of Peter Obi, the people of Rivers State voted overwhelmingly for Peter Obi. Because if you are talking about justice, fairness, and equity, the presidency ought not to have gone to Tinubu or to the Southwest. This is because the Southwest has produced Obasanjo in 1999. From 1999 to 2007, Southwest. Now, from 2015 to 2023, Southwest produced the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That was why even the Afenifere, where Tinubu comes from, the Afenifere Social Cultural Organization, that is the heartbeat of Yoruba political establishment. They supported that the South should produce the president, and they endorsed Peter Obi. So when Nyesom Wike talk about justice, fairness, and equity, that's why he supported Aswad. He's not telling the whole truth. In any case, that is the same reason that people of River State voted overwhelmingly for Peter Obi. So it is not true that people of River State voted for Aswad because of Nyesom Wike. It's not true. And already independent verification using the downloaded result or uploaded result in the IRIF of the Independent National Electoral Commission has shown that Peter Obi won River State. That was evidence in the calculation that was done by the BBC. That was evident in the calculation that was done by Premium Times. So Nyesom Wike perhaps he doesn't understand that that so-called victory of Tinubu in River State exemplifies what was wrong with the 2023 presidential election. So as he go about bragging about how he helped Tinubu, they should also know that that same River State, the result of River State is subject of contention at the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, because Peter Obi had brought evidence, the same evidence that BBC had access to, and everything, to show that Peter Obi won River State. And they have presented a watertight case that some of us are waiting to hear what the court will say why they will not allocate River State to Peter Obi. That's what we are waiting for the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal to tell us the reason why River State will continue to be accounted for. Tinubu that he won it. After all the expose about that election that was done by the BBC and the Premium Times, and then by the evidence that was presented to the court by Peter Obi and the Labour Party. So he should I think Nyesom Wike should mellow down, because what happened in River State is likely to be part of the ground for the nullification of the 2023 election, presidential election. It's likely to be part of the grounds to nullify the election. All things being equal. Now you saw is in the clip, he was bragging about the fact that even the APC didn't campaign for Tinubu in the River State. He said that did anybody put any that Aswad poster was never pasted anywhere. The question to ask Nyesom Wike was that how many opposition parties did he allow to campaign in River State ahead of the 2023 presidential election? How many of them did he allow to have access to public places to campaign or to put poster? How many? Is it not only posters of his preferred candidates? Only the PDP were able to paste posters. Only the PDP were able to put billboards. He put outrageous rates for anybody to put anything out in River State during the campaign. He never allowed people to have access to the stadium. The APC suffered to have space to even do their own campaign. He might have, allowed Aswad to come to Rivers to campaign. But what about the local APC people? How many of them did he allow? How many of them would he have allowed to put poster of Aswad? Himself represents the worst that has to do with issue of democracy in Nigeria, because at that time most of the political parties, the opposition parties, were complaining bitterly the outrageous amount that they were told they must pay before they can even if it is to use primary school field or to use school property, to go, school building to do campaign. He stifled the opposition, and now is asking whether anybody put any poster. Who would put a poster when thugs were roaming around River State, terrorizing opposition party members to ensure that they don't have opportunity to campaign? That's a fact. You can go and sample the opinion of the opposition leaders in River State. The thing got worse, got to the level where even the presidential candidate of the PDP, which he claims to be a member, Atiku Abubakar, could not go to River State to go and campaign. Did Atiku campaign in River State in 2023 election? No. What was the reason why that Atiku, the presidential candidate of PDP, could not go there? Of course, Atiku said at the time that he don't want the loss of life of anybody because of his own campaign, because he had read the situation, the uncooperative attitude of the government of Nyesom Wike at the time, and decided not to go to River State. Now he's asking about that they didn't put any poster, as if he would have allowed it to be put there. If Rotimi Chibika Amechi, who was the leader of the APC in River State, had given his boys order to go and put posters, whether Nyesom Wike would have allowed the posters to stay. Then Shehu now asked him telling him about told him about the suffering in the land and all that, and he was talking about that Nigerians believe so much in miracles. Nigerians believe in miracles. Miracles work. In fact, only a miracle could have made Nyesom Wike to have risen the level he rose. What is so special about him? In terms of what did he bring into the table? It is the same miracle. We have seen it. The same miracle. Whether it is for good or for ill. That's why how many of them rose. So he was trying to belittle Nigerians by saying that Nigerians believe in miracle. Maybe they believe in my thought process. Nigerians are lazy, they believe in miracle, they don't work for anything, they think manna will fall from heaven. But Nigerians have been known within and outside to be one of the most productive people you can get anywhere in the world. Where else can you get the kind of productivity we are still getting in Nigeria without electricity? It's only in Nigeria you can get that. Then Shehu went to the level of suggesting that perhaps the problem, because he was talking about solving the problem, talking about problem in FCT and all that. Shehu now told him that P2B would have done better. That people are saying would say that P2B would have done better. No, he said, don't talk about P2B, don't talk about P2B, and I don't want to hear anything about social media. You know, that was what attracted my attention to this interview. I didn't see I was not able to see it have an issue until I saw it on TikTok, where the supporters of Aswad Bola Tinubu put it out there, praising Nyesom Wike, that Nyesom Wike has called Peter Obi a social media president. And I was taken aback by it, and I decided I have to do this video. Because you can't say that Peter Obi is a social media president, or social media is only relevant in the social media, as he wanted to portray, or he wants people to believe. The truth of the matter is that Peter Obi's hold on Nigerians right now is both on social media and outside social media. Is it the social media that made P2B to win River State and they stole it from him and now he's trying to get it back? He was talking about his, Nyesom Wike was talking about, I'm talking about what is on ground. What is on ground? P2B won in River State. BBC has shown it. Premier Times have shown it. So what is on ground that he's talking about? P2B was on social media. He was also on ground in River State. Even in the Federal Capital Territory that Nyesom Wike now is the minister. P2B won there overwhelmingly, both on social media and on the street of Abuja. P2B won in Nasarawa State. What is the level of internet penetration in Nasarawa State in terms of social media and ground? P2B won there. P2B won in Plateau State. What is the level of social media penetration or internet penetration in Plateau State? P2B won there, both on the ground and on social media. And today, everywhere he goes, he's celebrated. So anybody who is trying to make light of P2B by saying he's a social media president that won more states than all the other presidential candidates. He won more states than all the other presidential candidates. Perhaps they have not taken note of the fact that P2B won more states. By the time they collect that River State that Nyesom Wike was bragging about that Tinubu won, by the time they collect that state and add it to P2B, collect Benue State that P2B won also and was taken away from him and he's challenging it in the court, P2B will have 14 states, including the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, that he won hands down, including the backyard of the person that appointed Nyesom Wike to the position he's holding right now and was talking down about social media. Perhaps you don't know that social media is the main media right now in the world. He better go and check the numbers. The adverts in the social media are more than the adverts on billboards on the streets of Port Harcourt and everywhere you can think about. The number of adverts in social media, what corporate organizations budget for social media adverts is higher than what you get on the streets through billboard. It's higher than what you are getting on television. Go and check the trillions of dollars that are earmarked by corporate organizations, political groups, both in United States, in UK, everywhere, because social media is now the main media. Only those who are living in denial will think that television and radio is the end thing. It's still the dominant force. So anybody who is thinking that he is denigrating P2B because he was on social media means that the person don't know what he's talking about. He doesn't know that the world has moved on, because the social media is the main media. Go and check many television houses, organizations are closing down. They are losing viewership. How many people tune their television to watch CNN as they do before? How many watch Fox News? Not to talk about NTA and all the rest, AIT and all that. So trying to belittle P2B by saying that I don't want to talk about social media. I don't want social media problem. Social media is part of and not the only reason why P2B was presumed to have won the 2023 presidential election, and it was stolen from him. Already there are reports allegedly that one of the reasons why the INEC deliberately sabotaged the transmission of presidential election result was because of P2B's success. It's been alleged that it was P2B's success, the way he was moving, the wave of P2B was too overwhelming that INEC could not stand it. They have to do something to sabotage it. That was why when they brought the Amazon Web Services people as witness, they were able to prove that there were no glitches at all. But INEC claimed there was glitches. But the glitches that INEC was claiming was man-made glitch and not generated by the machine. Because the same machine, the same beavers, was able to transmit the senatorial election result, the House of Representatives election result, that was done the same day, the same second, the same hour, the same minute with the presidential election. Why did the machine that was able to transmit the senatorial and House of Reps result fail to transmit the presidential election result? It was because of the runaway victory that P2B was on the verge of getting. And it was alleged that they have to sabotage it. Of course, that is one of the reasons, one of the grounds that P2B is demanding for the nullification of the election of February 25, 2023. So what is he talking about? Social media. If you talk about social media, that P2B was only on social media, people talk about all those. I thought that people are not supposed to be talking about those things because the reality, it was done on them during the election. That P2B is not only on social media, he was not only the man controlling, having support on social media, he was on ground. And they panicked and sabotaged the election. And now they are still talking about social media as if it was social media. I don't want to talk about. He said you don't want to talk about popularity. P2B is more popular than Nyesom Wike. P2B is more popular than Nyesom Wike in any ramification. He's more popular than even the presidential candidates of APC and the sitting president right now, until the Supreme Court says otherwise. P2B, they know it. P2B is enjoying a lot of love. That for you to enjoy that kind of support, you spend a lot of money. For Tinubu to have the kind of support that P2B have, he will spend a lot of money. And of course, he spends it before he was able to emerge, even as the candidate of the APC. He spent it. We all know, we all heard about it. How they were spending money to be able to outsmart other candidates to emerge. But P2B has what do we call it? Organic love. And that is organic love is what will take him to presidency. Because people really love him. People believe in his capacity. People believe in his competencies. People believe his integrity. People believe that they can trust him with the resources of Nigeria. In fact, if it was P2B that tell Nigerians to tighten their belt, to have patience, they will have patience, knowing that the man knows what he's talking about. So, Nyesom Wike got it wrong. Because he was saying that if P2B is good, Nigerians would have voted for him. Well, Nigerians voted for P2B. He should go and check the records. He should not be deceived by the result. Himself should be able to know how this result was allegedly concocted. A result that even INEC, as I'm talking to you now, have not been able to bring. They were not able to bring any complete result of the 36 states of the Federation and the FCT to show how Aswad Bola Ahmed Tinubu was declared the winner of the election. Even the European Union Observer Group noticed this, and they said it in their report. They said it in their report. Go and read the report of the European Union Observer Group. Was it up to 40% of the results available before they announced the winner? Go and read the European Union report. That was why the government was not happy with the European Union Observer Group report. So what are we talking about? So the truth of the matter remains, Nigerians voted for Peter Obi. If the 2023 presidential election was free and fair, if INEC has stuck to its guidelines, to the Electoral Act as they said they would, Peter Obi had a runaway victory. So if a man could be able to achieve this, and social media was one of the instruments, because it's not only on social media that Peter Obi tried. Peter Obi campaigned in places that people don't go to. Places that are hard to reach areas. Peter Obi and his supporters penetrated all those places. Before, if you go to Borno to go and campaign, you only campaign in Maiduguri. But Peter Obi flew to Biu and so many other parts of Borno State to campaign. Peter Obi was reaching the unreachables. And the message was passed. And the people answered the call and they voted overwhelmingly until they were sabotaged. Until the Nigerian people were sabotaged. So nobody can ridicule Peter Obi that he has support on social media. But even let us assume without considering that his Peter Obi supporters are only on social media, then how manage he won more states than those who claim to be on the ground? How manage he won Lagos State, won Rivers State? Nobody has ever become president of Nigeria without winning Lagos and Rivers State. Or winning Kano. But Tinubu did not win any of this based on information coming out from Rivers State, based on the calculation by Premium Times, based on the calculation by the BBC, and based on the calculation by the agents of the Labour Party in Rivers State. Yet he won. And that is what Nyesom Wike is celebrating. And he is saying that Nigerians did not vote for Peter Obi. If he would have done it, if he had the capacity to do it, they would have voted for him. Well, they voted for him. And Peter Obi has brought evidence before the court to show that Nigerians voted for him. Across board. There was a research that was done by independent researchers. You can go and Google it. Peter Obi won 90% of the votes that was cast in all military installations across Nigeria. From Sokoto to Maiduguri, from Sokoto to Port Harcourt, from Maiduguri to Lagos. Peter Obi won in all the military establishments in Nigeria. 90% of the vote cast in all the polling units that were military installations. So Peter Obi had a nationwide mandate, both from the civilian and from the military establishment. Yes. Go and Google that result. Go and Google it. You can see it. I have done a video on it before, but you can Google it to confirm what I'm telling you. An independent research. And this research was not cooked up. The research was done based on the polling units in military installations in Nigeria that was already uploaded on the INEC iReef. Peter Obi won 90%. Go and check the result in Kaduna. Go and check the result in Kano. Go and check the result in Lagos. Put all the military establishment, any military establishment you know about in all these states, military barracks and whatnot. Peter Obi won 90% of the vote cast there. It's already on in public domain, and they got their data from the INEC iReef, the results that had already been uploaded to the INEC iReef. So Nyesom Wike is wrong. He's saying that if Peter Obi is good, Nigerians would have voted for him. They voted for him. And it is alleged that that vote was sabotaged. And that is why P2B is in the court. That is why Nigerians are all looking up to the courts to do the needful. That is why the most trending hashtags in Nigeria today is all eyes on the judiciary, because Nigerians are waiting to see the correction of what they perceive to be the wrong outcome that was produced by the Independent National Electoral Commission in the 2023 presidential election. Thank you for watching this video, and if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. Please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, Google will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you. God bless you and yours.